go. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Raps and Wrestling. It's your boy, King Ron. I got the coldest in the game with me today. We're gonna be here every Sunday, every Monday. We talking raps and wrestling every chance we get. You got
Son Hero.
my boy.
Motherfucking me, Kenny G, you feel me?
You already know what's up, man. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be talking this raps and wrestling with y'all, man. As you can see, we die hard wrestling fans in this thing.
Right.
It's been that way, as you can see, from birth, from the beginning of time. I got the Super Nintendo around here. I pull out that arcade WrestleMania on you, boy. I don't play about these wrestling games. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we out
Speaking of wrestling games, bro, I do want to say this real quick before we even get started, bro. That AEW wrestling game.
Yeah.
I know this one ain't coming yet, but when that thing do hit the stores, like we gotta do like a whole goddamn live stream of playing this junk. Real spill.
Playing it, yeah, man.
Real spill,
It's gonna be
bro.
like one of the best releases of a wrestling game.
I feel like
since WWE went to 2K Sports.
for
Their
for
first
sure.
one. That was the only good one.
The only don't even get me started with that junk, man. But we got a plethora of topics we want to hit on first. This previous week of wrestling been crazy. We saw the debut of Shaq in AEW.
Motherfucking me.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Shaq was out there, bro.
Shaq Diesel.
Man, you can tell that man, he had the time he got down life.
Yeah,
That man, he
man.
was happy as a motherfucker.
I've been hearing like a lot of reviews about this match, and from everybody from OGs of wrestling to current people. They were like, "Yo, Shaq did his thing," and for him to step into the wrestling ring his first time, being a known wrestling fan, for him to come in and just like work the same how you would watch a big man match normally. And he worked that match perfectly well. So I think it was really good for Shaq. I can't even lie.
My question is do we get the Shaq versus Paul White match now?
We got to, but they're gonna have to reinforce the ring. You know what I'm saying? Because
Man.
now that I think about it, I'm thinking this is Shaq's first like real wrestling match.
Yeah.
Because of course he did things with WWE, but it wasn't really just
He did
real
the Battle
wrestling.
Royal.
It wasn't real wrestling.
Yeah, he did a battle royal at WrestleMania 22.
Yeah.
Like he been on Raw a couple of times, but
But
to the extent of having an official match, this was like the first one. And speaking of that match, I want to talk about how dope Red Velvet looked in that match. She was
Yes.
putting on a goddamn
She
clinic.
got some
Yes.
talent.
He was putting on a clinic.
And,
Personal.
and in addition to that, she might be a little raw, but the star potential of Jade Cargill,
Man.
Wow. She's like the mirror image of Bianca Belair right now.
she like Storm.
This
who she is, Storm.
Yo, I'm so glad.
Storm.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because I was thinking exactly just like that. Don't y'all crucify me out there for what I'm about to say. I feel like this is AEW's, I guess, response to WWE's Bianca Belair. But not taking anything away from Bianca Belair because first of all, Bianca Belair is just as raw as hell. She's raw as fuck. Same thing as Jay
Cargill.
Cargill, yes. I think it was a great match between the two. To bring them in on such a high stage like that on AEW programming, like with Shaq and Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? So she got a lot. She got a lot of potential for her first match, and I'm just gonna watch more matches of hers. Hopefully, when she gets into the women's division and go for the title, we'll see. We'll see how it all works. But I'm proud of both of them. So.
Yeah, because I was nervous about that because I was thinking like, she gonna be kind of green around the ring.
Yeah, because
she showed me something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy, and I didn't know like she was that like talented in every aspect of all sports.
Yeah.
I seen clips of her on Instagram. She trained in basketball with Shaq and all that. I'm like, that girl is dope.
She's great.
And You know, it may be a response to Bianca Belair, but I don't think you can carbon copy Bianca Belair.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's no carbon copy at all. Like you can, they have their version, but we already know the true EST. You know what I'm saying? So
Now,
shout out to Bianca Belair, man.
see, the
She's
thing
so
with her
cool.
is, I never knew like how big she can be until I was at like a NXT house show like a year,
About 2 years ago.
yeah, about 2 years ago because it's been a while. But
I'm glad I got to see that AEW show though.
man,
Oh yeah, me
Man,
man. That
that
was
shit was
that was great.
thinking that Chris Jericho interest.
like I noticed when like Bianca Belair, when the second they played her music, every little black girl in the crowd lost their minds. When I tell you, I was like, wow.
So,
Was this the show in Memphis?
It was at the Landa Center,
Oh, okay.
yeah, my homeboy went to that job.
but like, not like they went nuts. Like she had the loudest pop of the night, and like every little black girl in the crowd lost their mind. And I was like, you know what?
So,
That's who needs to be the face of that entire women's division.
Right.
And she got
Exactly.
look how long it took though.
that
It was-
didn't take too long.
It was 2 years ago. That happened. Ain't no telling how long that's been happening for. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, she was
NXT.
still in NXT,
Yeah.
and she made her man roster debut. Yeah, last year.
Yeah. Now, as far as her trajectory this year, it's been out of the moon.
Right.
But she went from getting called up to not kind of being on TV, then just being on TV, and then just winning. And now she going to WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Which she better win. You know what I'm talking about? I mess with Sasha, but the EST got to be the EST at
Go ahead
WrestleMania.
and strap the rocket to her.
You got to. That's the best
want to.
time.
I want it, but I still want that big reign for Sasha Banks because like she been holding it down for a long time, just like her first solid championship run too. So it's a catch-22, but also you know this will be the first WrestleMania Women's Championship match with two African American women championship match.
At WrestleMania.
At Russ, yeah. It's excellent. It's very big, very big.
And I hate to just switch gears like that. But speaking of African American champions, shout out to Bobby Lashley.
The Almighty.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Bobby, the destroyer.
Man.
How long I've been waiting on this? Oh
And
my God.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, but to everybody out there that said The Miz was going to have a lengthy run, how do you look now? I told some of y'all. I told some of y'all that this was going to be a transitional run. You just
Didn't want to believe it.
didn't want to believe it. But congrats to Bobby Lashley, man. It's a long time coming, actually. You know, it's about time. Should have been done, actually, but, you know, it had to take TNA.
If it wasn't for the TNA run, though, TNA really solidified Bobby Lashley. Solidified a lot of people. Like TNA, as far as like the star maker potential of their company, it's crazy. Yeah, look at who all got their start in TNA, who built their characters in TNA. The Hurt, I love the Hurt business, but it's kind of like a watered down version of the Beatdown Clan. And now the Beatdown Clan, that was epic. I love every single bit.
First of all, that name is epic as hell. The Beat Down Clan.
Right.
I'm not trying to run into no cats called the Beat Down. I'm like, Beat Down? No, I don't want none of that action.
And like the crazy transition is when Lashley first won the TNA championship, MVP was on crutches. Now he won the WWE championship. MVP is on the walking stick.
Got a cool
The
look cane,
pimp,
too.
the pimp cane.
Got a cool look cane, too. Yeah, MVP, bro. He really did an MVP, bro. He came back and he brought 3 guys up and made them champions. Because Cedric Alexander, he wasn't doing much, if anything, but he, Shelton Benjamin was doing less than that.
How do you waste
You know what I'm saying?
Sheldon?
Like
injury?
Sheldon Benjamin was on goddamn lockdown for about 2-3 years. We didn't see Sheldon, and then next thing you know, he a champion, and
Haven't seen
he's still working. He's still working matches like it's his first time. Like he ain't slacking up at all on his style, on his movement. Like no matter how old he is, like he's still out there putting on the clinic, bro.
Like he ain't the athlete he used to be, but he's still a damn good in-ring technician.
Like, he's definitely gonna wrestle.
Cedric Alexander been one of the most underrated wrestlers for like at least the last 7-8 years. Dude has been consistently great in the ring. And now you got
you really don't find it.
yeah, and now you had the star potential of Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley been a star since 2005.
Yeah.
Like what they might have presented him wrong at first, but he left and went to Bellator and did TNA. He showed the world exactly who he was. And I was kind of disappointed at his run at 1st with the Sami Zayn program, which was kind of whack. And how they been, you know, say
it's not this.
they threw him in some whack things, but they threw him in some whackness real quick,
like
bro.
after WrestleMania 34 when he returned. I was really expecting to strap the rocket to him right then and there because it was like, okay, Bobby Lashley back. It's only really one match you can make with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
But we still never got that. And we may not get it depending on what happens tonight. I don't know.
Speaking of Revolution, man. Tonight we got some crazy matches set for Revolution. If you're watching this, it's Monday. Revolution happened today, which is Sunday.
Right.
So at the time we're recording, it's a couple of hours. So Revolution got a crazy lineup, but the most craziest one is this death barbed wire bomb explosion. Centipede locked. I don't know what they doing on this match, man. This match I've never seen
Exploding.
this match
Barbed wire death
on
Yeah, exploding.
American TV.
It's like a Japanese / CZW inspired type ordeal where the ring ropes will be covered in barbed wire, and outside of the barbed wire there will be explosives stick outside the ring. And this is gonna be wild to see
It's gonna be wild.
because it's how do you put this on American television for one,
For one,
and two it's like I know AEW is like on the cutting edge side of wrestling, but it's still American TV. It's only really so far you can go.
I'm talking about they let you do so little.
much.
It's so much and so little at the same time over here in America. You know what I'm saying? Like the what was the New Japan match we was watching?
Oh, the Asushi Anita match versus Hayabusa.
These folks had a
Very-
exploding barbed wire cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very,
Cage.
very graphic, but you know,
Ultraviolet.
ultra violent.
Hard
You
to
know,
watch.
but I'm a fan of hardcore matches and death matches. So, you know, for those out there who have never seen a death match or want to have a clear understanding of what it is truly, because I know you guys who watch AEW have heard of this thanks to Kenny Omega, and now you want to know, like, what is this match? What is an exploding barbed wire death match? Because matches like these were never really shown to the American public, you know, to the public eye, unless it was underground.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
closest you'll get to that in America is CZW.
Yeah. And but if you want to have a clear understanding of how this match is going to go, possibly tonight, just go back and watch maybe a couple matches. Personally, my favorites are with Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. You will have a clear understanding of
What's gonna happen?
what's gonna happen with John Moxley and Kenny Omega tonight. So go watch. I know your history about barbed wire matches, man. It's very very graphic, but
Graphic. Yeah. I feel like
and we did have a recent when the exploding barbed wire match.
Right.
We had a recent barbed wire match in TNA with LAX and OVE.
oh yeah, Yeah.
Santana Ortiz
Santana
versus
Ortiz.
Jake and
Sammy
Jay Christ and I forgot his brother, Chris brothers. I forgot his name.
Oh, Sammy Callahan. Sammy Callahan wasn't in this match.
He debuted in the match.
Oh, okay.
He ran an interference.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I've been looking into this match. I've been very, very, very closely detailed into this match because of the Kenny Omega, the John Moxley story they've been building this past year. Because every time they want to do something cutting edge, they throw them two in. I know y'all probably remember that bed of barbed wire that they was wrestling through. Nope. They tore up the ring wrestling each other. Nope. They most definitely have that aspect of putting on a crazy show.
The first AEW show ended with the brawl between John Moxley and Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I'm talking full circle, bro. I'm talking about this whole era AEW has been running through. It's been built off basically John Moxley and Kenny Omega because they've been putting on the best matches when they got each other. Like they done had titles. Like John Moxley got beat for the title, so he trying to get his title back. But I kind of feel like he's not, and I feel like this probably gonna be his little go away time for wrestling. You know, he had personal things going. So, but I feel like my guy was saying earlier off camera that he got to go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? If he is going out that way, he got to go out big.
I had to cut you off. This Dave and Jay Chris before we. But yeah, this like they long term storytelling is crazy. It's always everything is a bigger story. Now, of course, I don't think John Moxley will win the championship anytime soon because I think they build into the big match between Kenny Omega and Hangman Page when Hangman Page eventually wins the championship from Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
But that's my prognosis on that scenario. And also tonight we have a new debuting character at AEW. And it has everyone buzzing.
Everybody.
Like,
folks said John Cena. Folks said Brock Lesnar.
Batista.
Kurt Angle. Batista.
I want Batista.
Christian. Christian Cage. He came back. He came back at the Royal Rumble. Really hasn't done much in WWE since then.
I think he's still in the contract. So
I thought Big Show, aka Paul White, was still on the contract. He was just on TV too not too long ago.
I know, but no, see, what I recently just found out is that Christian is actually it's a free agent.
Oh, I thought he was on the contract.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought he had signed a part-time deal.
Yeah.
But apparently, I don't know what may have happened behind closed doors. All I know is that he is supposedly free agent. So y'all can y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard about it. So.
And we also have to talk about the obvious elephant in the room. The obvious elephant in the room. We've been talking about this for going on 7 years now.
Right.
The possible return of Phillip Brooks.
Yo, he most definitely ain't gonna be in, bro. I feel like everybody want that, bro. They be wanting him to come back so bad, bro.
It's like I never believed any of it until now, and it's like
they want his man to come back so bad.
Yeah, like every other time when they're like, all right, CM Punk's coming back, I was like,
nah, it's not.
But right now, it's like,
I don't know, bro. If anybody could do, I don't know if he really in for it for the money, but Tony Khan got the budget to get whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? And he's been proving it this whole year with his rise with AEW. He's done everything he's wanted to do, and now he's basically like puppet master of a whole nother brand because he be on TNA, he be on Impact. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
right. And it's like you've never seen no company own, no business owner, promoter on two different brands, you know what I'm saying? Right. And he don't even be on AEW. That's the wild part. He don't even show up on AEW, but he be on Impact.
He's taking the page out of Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon once upon a time back in the late 80s,
Early '90s.
he used to go on, NWA super shows. He made appearances in WCW before too. As a matter of fact, he did an entire WWF show on TBS one time. I think it was called Black Saturday or something like that, where everybody was like, "What's this New York shit you watching?"
We want WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then WWF was in WCW.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah,
sure.
this WWF was always this cartoon shit.
And not to mention, Vince McMahon came to Memphis as well.
Yeah, that's where he developed the Mr. McMahon character.
Yeah, bro.
I was watching that documentary not too long ago.
Everything happens out here in Memphis, bro. Everybody becomes who they supposed to be in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Look at The Rock. The Rock came through Memphis. You know
Lex
what I'm saying? Man, I'm talking about develops his whole style here. You know, everybody's been through Memphis, bro. Our city is a goddamn
A wrestling hot mix.
wrestling mega. You know, mecca of like just pure talent and pure inspiration that you can drive from, bro. So much
Yeah,
great
I remember Saturday
wrestling
morning
comes
wrestling.
through here. Saturday morning
Morning
wrestling,
wrestling,
yeah.
yeah.
Every morning I'm up with the bowl of cereal. Come on, get him off the top with it. Like every Saturday we had our own wrestling. Even like you watch Monday wrestling, Tuesday whatever SmackDown,
remember.
Thunder, Nitro, and then Saturday it was our show.
Yep.
And then we had Sunday night. It was a week of wrestling. It was a week of wrestling for us growing up.
And we also had Velocity. I still love Velocity.
Yeah, Velocity was cool. Bro.
WWE,
Velocity
bring
was
that
cool.
shit back, please.
But I was more of a fan of Sunday Night Heat.
Sunday Night Heat was so live.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Heat was so
Heat
live,
was the
bro. I'm talking about
best,
the
man.
theme song was live as hell. And you might get The Rock one Sunday. You get Stone Cold. Like, they big stars was showing up. And then right after that, you would lead into a pay-per-view. Come on, fool.
The
That
best Sunday
wrestling
Night Heat
back
to
in the
me
day.
though was halftime heat.
Oh, yeah.
Mankind and The Rock had that empty arena match.
They rivalry was live. The Rock
Yeah,
and
that's
Mankind.
crazy. That that was like one of the greatest moments in wrestling in the empty arena. Now, this shit now we hate it.
Now
I'm
we
talking about
hate
we
it.
hated the empty
Wow.
arena, bro. It's like we wanted people. We wanted to be there so bad. We wanted people to be there so bad.
Yes.
And then they started bringing people into the arenas, and then we were like, maybe y'all should not do that.
It was,
It was kind of awkward, especially WWF. WWE was kind of awkward with their people just being around the ring.
Yeah.
They made a hockey ring.
Yeah, they put up little things and everything. The AEW started doing it, but they didn't get to the point where they just started having people spread out in the crowd because they got their own stadium. So that's also cool, you know. But man, the empty arena match was the highlight of wrestling in the Attitude Era. The downfall of wrestling in the COVID era.
It was really innovative at that time, but now it's like, oh, we see why. Yeah, it was like a one-off thing.
Yeah. Why they only did this one time? Because
TNA did it too.
they did.
Yeah, oh, they did.
I missed a
I
lot of
think it
TNA,
was,
man. I was off wrestling.
Sting versus
college
Carlito, I
time.
think.
Yeah.
See, yeah, man, I was
Speaking of Sting, he's coming. He's back. He's wrestling tonight alongside Darby Allin
man.
versus Team Taz. You know what I'm saying? And people is like, how is he doing this? Why is he doing this? How long is he gonna be doing this? And I feel like he can do it as long as he wants to.
personally, me, I feel like, Stinger still got it. I was really scared when Brian Cage did the powerbomb on him. I was kind of like, damn, man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping it's more
You know.
so a cinematic affair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the lingo is around town. Is gonna be some type of cinematic match.
I
Man,
mean,
it's cool. That
I'm
way
hoping-
Sting don't
yeah.
really have to do much.
Right.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is just a one-off thing. I hope he doesn't wrestle too much because I don't want to see him get hurt like he did in WWE.
Bunch of
61
unprofessionals over there.
Yeah, it's 61 years old.
Bunch of unprofessionals over there, bro.
Shout out to Seth Rollins.
Man, it gotta be a time when wrestling, you would think it's a time when wrestlers will want to hang it up, but I can see why Sting came back to wrestling because I mean you got this brand new company. They on the edge, like on the edge of what everybody is not doing, because they doing what they want to do and building characters in a way that
Yeah.
WWE hasn't been doing. So that's new to see. You know what I'm saying? You got new ideas, fresh ideas still. I can see why Sting will come back. He don't have to, you know what I'm saying, wrestle. He could just be here. You know, ain't nobody gonna be mad about it because it's Sting. It's Sting, bro. No, nobody can be mad about seeing Sting. That's why I feel like he was showing up every night. I think he showed up like a month straight, just talked on the mic. And then like last week he finally did some moves and he did the Stinger splash. I think he did the
Scorpion Death Drop.
Scorpion.
yes, bro. Like then he started doing some moves, but Brian Cage did completely destroy this man.
Yeah,
That
I'm
power
hoping
bomb,
Like,
bro.
damn, man.
That's one of my favorite moves, by the way. That power bomb. I saw Shaq jump. It was a pretty sweet power bomb. You know what I'm saying? Cause he most definitely hit Cody and then dropped it, boy. I was like, I wanted Shaq to do more than what I thought he was gonna do. That bump through the table he took, 2 tables. I was like, oh, these folks that put Shaq through the table.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, they had Snoop jumping off the top rope. Who else finna be jumping off shit in here?
You know, that's just amazing to me because I never thought I would see the day. Never thought I would see the day. Shaq, almost 50 years old, people.
I'm talking about 7'2", 7.
That's how
Going through the table, man.
Going through
Like,
He's 50 years old.
He
Grandpa
was definitely he a granddaddy for real. He
Granddaddy
jumped off the
Snoop.
top rope. It was a little whack jump, but he still did it.
I mean, but
he
he
did it. He did it.
Snoop about 50 though. That's one thing.
He a good 50.
And
Ain't
two,
never-
Snoop, yeah, he gotta fucking love Snoop, man, cause he just living. He just do
just
whatever.
do what he do best, man.
He don't give a fuck what he do or where he go.
And he most definitely gonna have fun.
And he
bro.
also
Yeah.
him and Josiah Williams also have theme songs in WWE and AEW simultaneously. So shout out to both of them.
Wow.
Raps and wrestling.
Raps and wrestling, bro. That's what we here for.
They come full circle.
Most definitely, bro. How old Snoop Dogg is? Snoop Dogg
What,
is
49?
49 years old. 6'4", jumping off the top rope.
Uncle Snoop.
Full of the gas.
High as a kite.
That nigga was floating, bro.
High as a kite. He
I just
probably
thought-
the best.
I just-
He walked. He jumped up.
I
He
just
hit
thought-
it with it real quick.
Bro, I just thought of like I don't know if nobody did a meme yet of this man, but like when he did their frog splash, why didn't nobody did it like and had that music play like
You might have to do it, bro.
Oh
You
god.
might have to, bro.
Hey, and
Some
credit
people
me,
gotta
bro.
do it,
Credit me when y'all do that though.
yes, sir.
I'll
I'm
tell
like,
you, what else was funny? The Bad Bunny, vault and body person.
oh yeah,
Oh,
bro.
man.
That was kind of dope too.
Speaking of raps and wrestling, Bad Bunny is the 24/7 champion, which is probably the longest run anybody done had with this title, because he's walking around with a bodyguard named Damian Priest. Ain't nobody taking that title from him, you know what I'm saying? Because he got Damian Priest with him.
I wonder how like this story gonna come full circle, because I thought, well, I guess they can call back to it, but I don't, you know, with WWE storytelling, they'll do a lot of callbacks to former rivalries. The only one that's like really reminiscent in my mind so far is the callback to the Miz versus Daniel Bryan, and it's like that rivalry's been what 11 years, 11 maybe 12 years in the making. That's the only recent callback at a rivalry. Oh, and Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton. Oh, and of course Edge and Randy Orton. Randy Orton is doing a lot of shit.
He's doing a lot of shit and he's beefing with Soulja Boy right now, so
Speaking of raps, this man beefing with Soulja Boy.
Beef with Soulja Boy.
And then you got this other man, Bow Wow, talking about something. He finna wrestle.
No,
No,
Bow Wow.
no, nobody want to see that.
Bow Wow, 5'2" and 35 years old.
Nobody want to see that, bro.
It's time out.
And
If you
Randy
want-
Orton,
If you don't want to do that, you should have did that 10 years ago, man.
yeah. You ain't finna be doing no wrestling moves, bro. You not
Nigga,
jumping off
you-
anything.
nigga, you clout chasing.
You most
Basically,
definitely
that's what they
not doing
do.
anything, bro.
They want to, they're trying to get back on because they saw the little thing with, Cardi B and Lacey Evans.
Mm-hmm.
And everything like, you know what?
I can
Maybe
do it too.
wrestling might be the outlet. Nah, it's not that.
No, it's
outlet.
not.
Stop it.
Especially WWE, you know what I'm saying? Because they barely getting half the views they usually get anyway. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie. Big Draco though, I'm interested in
You ain't Randy Orton, bro. I'm talking these folks. You might say wrestling is faker than the rap game.
Bruh, see, and that what makes me upset. See, that's what makes me upset. I'm not a wrestler, but I love wrestling. You cannot call this shit fake. It is not fake. I know people get this mindset of thinking like it's fake because of its being quote unquote predetermined and shit like that.
Scripted.
But these folks still put their bodies on the line for us every single time. Them, I seen how they make the match, bro. That shit is not. It ain't nothing sweet about it.
it.
So,
Shady.
so this shit is not fake. So stop saying that it's fake out there. 'Cause it's not.
Hey, bro.
It's real
People
shit.
that lost their lives, ended their whole careers inside this square circle. And they wasn't. This is not something that you can fake. You know what I'm saying? Draws was paralyzed for completely rest of his life from a wrestling match, bro. And it's just like, how is that fake? The rap game ain't fake neither, cause rappers is the most. The rap game is bull, but it ain't fake, cause they out here taking out rappers too. So if you a rapper, you on the hit list.
You got Tekashi 6ix9ine out here doing what the fuck?
Look, we're not gonna. We don't discuss. We don't discuss.
He's not a rapper. He's a ratter. You know what I'm saying?
Ratter.
For real. The rap game is like, I feel like he was coming from the aspect of it being written and scripted and politickish and whatnot, like the rap game is. Even though the rap game not really scripted, but
Oh no, it's definitely scripted.
I was finna get to that because I'm like, when you do look at it, like, but when you do look at it, it's so scripted that people like us most definitely see how the rap game is compared to wrestling. You know what I'm
You
saying?
rented them cars.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that's not your house.
Rented jewelry,
Right,
rented
man.
houses, rented hoes. You know what I'm saying? Back in the
Oh,
day,
they definitely rent.
they most definitely rent.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Be
sir.
proud of me.
$40.
Oh, service, but yeah, man. Back to AEW Revolution, bro, because they also have a ladder match tonight that's going to determine the TNT's #1 contender. And I'm pulling for Scorpio Sky. I don't know who y'all pulling for, but I'm pulling for Scorpio Sky, bro. He needs.
But we still don't know who that outside guy is.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, is that where we get the big debut? Or...
Yeah, that's true, because they never. Paul never pointed out when the debut was gonna happen. So if he be like the last man in the title, like the ladder match, it's gonna really be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And but who?
That's what I'm saying. Everybody buzz.
But who? Everybody want to know who this
He
last
did.
person is, bro.
He did say two. There was two people that was going to be signed. One was going to be in the ladder match, and the other one was going to be, just coming out or whatever. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Hopefully, if it's somebody, I'm betting. I don't know who it's going to be. A lot of people, like we said earlier, a lot of people throwing CM Punk out there, Christian out there, Brock Lesnar. It's we'll see. And I honestly don't see them going with that person as far as the #1 contender for the TNT Championship. It doesn't seem logical to do that because you don't know if this is going to be like a one-off thing or are they going to compete on a daily basis?
It's not a one-off. It's a actual contracted. Somebody's gonna go under contract, and they're gonna compete on AEW as a regular. And now it's like it's made it seem like everybody buzzing, and this Kurt Angle video kind of threw everybody off. But it's like, do you think Kurt Angle got a right to take it off? Question mark. You gotta take a brief intermission.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that. I don't think I saw that video of Kurt Angle though. I must have missed that jump. But I did see a little. I think I did see a tweet or somewhere somebody was saying something about Kurt Angle feel like he can still go, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's Kurt Angle. It's like he wrestled with a fucking broken neck. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody know what they can do, is him.
He wrestled on Perch too. He's not
Yeah, Perk
Angle.
Perk Angle was gone. That's when he won all them titles in TNA. He was beating everybody when he was on them perks.
Hey, that just let you know, bro. All them niggas that be on them perks and shit, they know how to fight.
Yeah, especially with a dangerous lethal weapon out here.
Oh,
Kurt
God.
Angle whooping. This man, I remember watching this match, bro. I'm talking about this man had his arm stretched out about 8 titles on his own, bro. Like, how this man got all these titles?
But
That was
how long?
TNA. He had every belt in TNA, and he had the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
First of all,
that match was incredible too.
if you got a New Japan Pro Wrestling title, you all ready to go. Cause they don't give them others away. You got to kill somebody to get
I
that.
think
job.
he took it off Brock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did.
And I'm definitely want to fight Brock. You saw how that man be throwing them folk, bro? That man is a real monster. For real.
You know,
That's who Bobby Lashley wants. Bobby Lashley wants Brock Lesnar, but I feel like we never gonna get it. I feel like Brock probably done.
I feel like he might get Brock Lesnar versus Kenny Omega. I don't know.
How the hell that gonna happen?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Kenny Omega?
You gotta have a lot of money. You gotta have a lot of money. Same thing.
Tony
with-
Khan got
same
it, though.
thing. Yeah, he got it. But same thing with CM Punk. He's in that line. He's in that mind state of Brock Lesnar.
Mm.
You gotta have money, and I don't think But I was told recently that WWE has gotten rid of his merchandise. You can't look it up. You can't look it up at all. So
All his merch is
gone from the
So he
website.
done.
No Suplex City.
So
My
Don't need that
question
number.
is, the Suplex City take up residence in Jacksonville, Florida?
Mm.
Suplex City.
Not going back to New Japan. I know that.
Hell no.
He's
He's past.
So if he
he's
do
past
wrestle,
that.
I don't know.
The money. I mean, yeah, money talks, but you gotta understand. New Japan still. They do traditional wrestling, but they also still do strong style. And
That's
You
right up his alley for one, and
Yeah.
two, the Japanese wrestling crowd actually, way more chill than the American wrestling crowd. Which Brock Lesnar, he just I want to come here and wrestle and go home. He can do that in Japan,
yeah.
so I wouldn't.
And they don't hold that many shows. They don't hold as many shows as they
He
do
not doing
in
that
America.
many shows.
Yeah.
anyway.
But his contract is about 8 shows and maybe an appearance to just be there. Because he's not doing much when he do be there. This week on wrestling that's coming up, we're gonna be dealing with the fallout of Revolution. We're gonna see who the champions is. We're gonna see who won this ladder match. See who's gonna be I think they having a tag team number one contenders match
Tag
too.
team battle royal.
Yeah,
Tag
tag
team
team battle
It's
royal.
it's a sliding in match too.
It is.
Yeah, sliding in match.
So Bobby showing up on Monday. Her business got all the gold. So I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see who's gonna be the title holders and number one contenders in AEW this Wednesday.
We on the road.
If I'm not mistaken,
WrestleMania.
Impact got a pay-per-view this Saturday.
Sacrifice.
Moose
Come on now.
versus
Come on now.
what's their title? What's their champion? Impact title?
TNA World Heavyweight Champion versus Impact World Champion.
Which one?
Rich one, and they just brought back the TNA Impact title.
Yeah,
TNA
they just
title
finally
for him.
acknowledging it.
Acknowledging it.
But who's had that built for a while?
He didn't have to jump this whole year. Ain't nobody took it from him. He was just walking around. EC3 took it from him, but they don't know where.
He didn't win the championship.
Yeah, he just took it. He just took it.
I just took that junk. Didn't even want it. Didn't even need it. Just took it, bro.
Just took it because he didn't want him to have it, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's a lot of wrestling coming up this week. most definitely is looking forward to Roman Reigns versus uh, Daniel Bryan
Fast money.
at Fastlane. When is Fastlane? I don't know.
It's in 2.
I be trying to keep up with WWE pay-per-views. They be having
Yeah,
just every week. God damn, y'all
it's
just, y'all
really,
just have a pay-per-view.
yeah, just had Elimination
And then
Chamber.
what's crazy is Impact do more pay-per-views than WWE.
They do?
Yeah, Impact have a
Them
Impact
folks
has a
there
pay per view damn near like almost every
other
month.
week. Every other week.
Shit,
Dang.
like cause they just had one before the sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, but I can understand because they're trying to like, with this whole pandemic and stuff like that, they're trying to like run it up as much as they can, but it's like at the same time, it's like damn. Let it space out. Let it breathe out. We still treat it like if there was real people. Yeah, if there was people in the crowds and stuff, we still treat it like that. But like space it out. Give everybody time to breathe. You know what I mean?
Please don't go Thunderdome shit.
No, please don't do this shit like that. That is like I think it was I thought it was a cool concept at first, but
Ever since they had the image of the Klansman on there, I was like, you know what? This is a bad idea.
They was putting images of Chris Benoit on their joint. Folks was doing the most.
Kenny Omega show.
Kenny Omega was on that show one day. It's like, bro, anybody could be on this goddamn screen, bro. And it's so trash because it's like they pumping in sounds and the crowd, and it's like, bro, we know you can't. Like, we know these people not saying this or reacting this way. Like, you can see people reactions, and sometimes it don't match up with what the sound is going like. I'm like,
well, every sports do that. Football, basketball, baseball, they pipe in crowds.
yeah, WWE was doing it too.
They wasn't doing it.
Yes, they was doing their live shows. They was doing. Well, I ain't gonna say they live shows, doing their tape shows. They was pumping in sounds, bro.
They weren't doing it to the extent of how everybody else did.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like, they have a lot of dead crowds on some of them older shows.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell the crowd dead. And but like with football, the crowd is not gonna be buzzing the entire 60 minutes of the game. Basketball, the crowd is not gonna be buzzing the way it sound like on TV.
And goddamn baseball be boring. Like, it be cool, but then it also be boring as hell. It has its moments. I don't watch other sports, so the WWE pumping sounds was like the first time I've heard it, and then watching YouTube videos, I realized they was showing the difference between the live crowd and then the made up crowd that they was using, and then once the pandemic happened, they brought in the Thunderdome, and then they just really got crazy with it. Because I'm talking about they pumping in boos and yays and chants, and I'm like, it's like playing a wrestling game.
No.
They using the same chants and sound bites from the wrestling games throughout these years. I still hear the dude in the background going, "This sucks." You know what I'm saying? Like, folks is just out here just pumping in sounds.
It's terrible.
And it's hard to watch because it's like, bro, it's hard to pay attention to because everybody doing so much on these screens. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the wrestlers, but she over there looking at her books. He over there digging in his nose. Where did this little kid come from? Like, he playing with a teddy bear. Like, what's going on? Why is there so many people? It's like, you never notice it when you watching wrestling as live people. But then when you sit there watching people watch wrestling with you, it's like, I'm too focused on what they doing. There's just too much going on.
Too much going on.
Too many
like,
screens.
Folks getting up doing the podcast. Looking for walk. It just looks wild when you got so much stuff going on. Yeah. And it's different, like you said, it's different when you have a crowd, because like not everybody's in tune. Mm-hmm. When you have multiple, when you have multiple screens, it's like you got one person doing this, or you got your babies acting up on camera. You might fuck around and see some whippings on camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See a Clans hoodie on camera.
Man, all types of shit.
All types of things going
Give
on.
me an idea. I have a Black Panther meeting on the Thunderdome.
Oh man, these
Man,
are we
that's
gonna go
hilarious,
viral, bro.
Man, that's hilarious.
We
gonna
gonna
go vi-
Them
we
folks
gonna
be
go
hella
viral,
confused.
man.
I'm gonna have my black beret on. There'll be two motherfuckers behind me with choppers.
Speaking of Apollo Crews, how y'all feel about this whole 360 character change this man just went through?
I haven't.
feel it, but I really hoping they just not gonna make him. Well, I'm from Nigeria. I'm the big foreign heel.
Mm,
Actually make him on the original character. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
And it's like they should have done more with him in the past. But I'm digging it. I'm not gonna say I'm not digging it, but the jury's still out because they pretty prone to doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like they making him the inverse of what they made Kofi Kingston when Kofi had his championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, Kofi, I'm the proud African, but I'm just, I'm happy to get my opportunity. And Apollo, like, I'm from Africa, fuck you.
And it's like, I've never really looked into Apollo Crews' story or nothing like that, because he's one of those wrestlers that gets swept under the rug in WWE. One of those talented guys that you see on at the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? He number 15. Oh, where Apollo Crews been? He go, he in, he out, and then you don't see him again. But this year has been different. Right. He's been in and out, but now he's been in like a little feud with Big E. He won the Intercontinental title. He was feeling slept on, so he come back a whole different person.
I mean, he really was, because when he signed, they touted him as the next big main eventer for WrestleMania. That's how much hype he had behind him. And it's justifiable because his run in Ring of Honor was like, dude really dope. He a hell of a wrestler. He just couldn't develop a character.
I totally forgot about that Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Wuhan Nation. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a major thing with WWE too, man. They don't give people the chance or the ability or even the leeway to develop a character until it's like now he's finding the character that he is and whatnot. And it's like, bro, y'all should have did this at first, you know.
They do their best booking when they backed up against him.
Yeah.
It's like week to week, it's like, yeah, we'll do it.
I'm like,
But like
bro.
when they start getting in trouble and they need to make a fast reaction,
This one gonna do something then.
That's what I don't like about WWE's creative right now. It's just like, you book yourself in this creative hall and then you have to do some drastic stuff, like recently with the whole Miz thing for Bobby Lashley. You book yourself in the creative hall and now you have to make the Miz look like a big chump, you know what I mean? And like
goddamn loser.
Made him. It was funny because he had cut that promo like right after winning the title at the Royal Rumble. Well, no, not the Royal Rumble. Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry. He cut that promo, and you saw what happened the following night on Raw. It's like, don't hold no weight no more. It's like they aged pretty horribly now. But I'm not shitting on the Miz. I think he's good. I think he's cool, but I just hate that people thought that like he was gonna go on a lengthy run.
yeah, it's like I kind of did want to see him go for a run, but my thing was I didn't give a damn. I just need to see Bobby Lashley come out with the 3-piece suit with the championship. That's all I was like. I didn't give a damn. I was like, just get. I don't care for how long he might hold the belt for a couple of weeks.
Right.
Talking about. I just needed that image. I need that image for history.
I feel like he gonna make it to WrestleMania with the title. That shit gonna be epic. I feel like it's gonna be, of course, Drew who's gonna win it at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Because he's their top guy right now, so he has to come back and get his title.
I feel like Drew run, it's not gonna ever get the respect it deserves because he made his run in the COVID area, COVID era, and it's like dude been putting on clinics.
He been putting on the show. He's the only highlight of Raw.
Besides Bobby Lashley.
Besides, Bobby Lashley
Yeah.
was out there choking
Yeah.
people out, beating them up, throwing them around the ring, running into them, killing them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
The Hurt Business, and they became tag champions. You know what I'm saying? And they started doing the little disconnect with Shelton and Cedric was pretty cool little story for a minute. It's like, okay, they never been champions before. They both want the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? They both feel like they deserve the spotlight, especially Cedric. 'Cause he young, you know what I'm saying?
But
So
see,
his character was like all over the place.
that's kind of the thing though. It's like the Hurt Business. They're like it's 3 veterans, and you got the young guy, and this the main focus is hey, let's get this young guy on track. Let's get to keep his head in the game. You know what I'm saying?
He most definitely be wild in these matches.
Yeah, and that's the point. This his thing. He the wild card. He's the wild card. Shim's the veteran. Bobby is the star, and MVP is the visionary.
Right.
It's kind of like the updated version of Evolution.
I was
to be
thinking the
honest.
same shit, the exact same thing. Even though Batista wasn't really he was still like rookie too. Him and Randy Orton, but Randy Orton had more. I feel like Randy Orton had more knowledge of the wrestling and the skills due to being a third generation wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he was most definitely paid to be that guy. And became that guy. And then Evolution fell apart. But
Still a great friendship.
the hurt business is most definitely up there with what they got, what they've been putting on in less than a year, might I add. Cause MVP came back last year, didn't it?
Yeah,
He
that
came
shit
back
wrong.
and Bobby was with doing this weird story with Lana and Miro and Rusev, aka Miro, and that wasn't going nowhere. I'm talking about. And the ironic thing is, their views was up. Like their views was up for this trash segment.
Because people like trash TV.
Reality television.
That's what they wanted to see. They didn't want to see no wrestling. They wanted to see this fake storyline, fake marriage thing going on. But luckily, thankfully, MVP came back and said enough of this nonsense. My man need a title.
We need
And
to
they
see
gave it to him. They gave him the United States title.
I was on edge that entire Raw. I was like, it'd be kind of hard to watch Raw all the way through, but I was on edge the entire night. I was like, come on. No, don't do that. No, no.
Don't do that. I knew it was over when Shane came out there and was like, oh, this is a lumberjack match. Yeah, he won this. This is over with. Ain't no way Miz gonna win this title. I mean, keep this title and win this match. It's a lumberjack match. Them man had the Hurt Business out there. Them man had everybody coming out there. First of all, lumberjack matches be one-sided most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So you most definitely knew for sure when the Miz saw them people come out there, he was like, this is it.
over with.
And Bobby Lashley did not let up.
My
He beat the hell out of the Miz. I felt bad. I'm like, damn, bro. Why the Miz getting beat on TV like this?
Like that.
I ain't crazy. It was like this is what I need to see. I've been waiting for this for so long.
Black History Month.
Black History Month on March the 1st.
Oh, March the 1st. Because he beat the hell
It's
out
extended.
of
It
Miz.
extended, y'all.
I'm talking about
Extended.
Hey,
Y'all gotta go back
this
and
kind
watch
of
it.
crap on their behalf. They should have did it the week before.
Yeah.
The next day when we won the championship, they should have did it. So he could have won that belt in Black History Month. Y'all know y'all wrong.
That's why they let him beat the Miz the way he did. We should have let you do this on Black History. Just beat the hell out of Miz.
Yeah, you should have did it a
What
week
one
earlier.
time,
He
man.
beat the hell out of me. I'm talking about. I'm talking about that damn. What they call this damn move? The Almighty,
The Hurt Lock.
the Hurt Lock.
Yeah, the Hurt Lock.
That shit look like it hurt for real. Me and that
Man.
red. That boy arms was white. Right, you can see the mustache. You can see his arms.
That
Like,
boy. That man is
got the
sleep.
hell beat out of him.
That man is sleep, bro.
Then
what
attacked him
makes-
again.
What makes it so funny is the fact that he does the full Nelson now.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Lashley was like the only person to break the Master Lock challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So
He been
it's kind of like a pretty cool callback to back in the day.
Cause he most definitely been putting niggas out with this joint ever since. It's like he took that move from his man. He
took
took
the
his
move.
move.
Took
Took
Chris
the-
Cause
Brown.
there was a crazy ass challenge they had back in the day.
Yeah,
You
the
had to
Master
get out
Lock
of
challenge.
Master Lock challenge.
And
Like the Master Lock.
nobody got out of it but Bobby Lashley.
He beat
And
the
now
hell
he-
out that man too. Yeah, now here you go, world champion in 2021, Bobby Lashley. And it's well deserved, bro, because Bobby Lashley been turning up the wrestling industry for a while, and he's one of those pure athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about to the core. Bobby Lashley is an athlete. He's done everything, every sport you can probably think of, and he's made an excelled at it. And he's been world champion plenty of time. But it's just the WWE thing. It's just the lore and the respect that the WWE has wrestling wise because
Because
of
it was like the only show in town we had.
the
for like
past
20
champions
years.
and the leniency that the titles in head. And he has this joint. And there's only been 3 black world champions in WWE, and he's the 3rd one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's only been 3 WWE champions. They used to give us. They would have gave us the World Heavyweight Championship because Vince didn't really care about it. It's like
He
That's
gave
a
it
baby-
jump to the Rock. Soon as he showed up,
This-
as soon as Booker T showed up, that Rock, you want this title?
Like, that's a WCW deal.
He gave the title completely to the Rock, and he held that junk down for a good little minute till they unified them junks. Which was
But I still feel as if Kofi Kingston is like the most important champion of all time because of like the story it told and like how they built it. It's like what I'm saying. That was like one of the things that really hit you. Like what I'm saying. Wrestling had some crazy storylines. Some shit that like okay cool, but like that was the first time there was a story in wrestling that like I can
kind of
like,
built itself at that.
like not even that all of us I'm talking about like black people could resonate with. It's like that's the first time we felt this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been held back for so long and we've been
Because when the
this
Rock
for so long. I like when the Rock run it, it's like
when
okay.
the Rock first won the title, we was young. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
it
it connected with us, but more
Didn't
on the
understand.
fan.
I can
Yeah.
it
The
connected
excitement
it's
with
just like the Rock won it.
Yeah.
But it's like when Kofi won, it's like, yo, it's like they hitting hard with a lot of these truth. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Because he was out
story.
there spitting like he was out there coming with the best promos he done came up with. And then he had the New Day behind him, and they already both Xavier and Big E like very like vocal about being respected and being represented the right way.
Yeah, like that proper representation goes a long way. And like that's not a shot at The Rock. Because The Rock is the first African American, well, not even African American, because none of us are African American. Black. We are regular Americans. We just black.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we not from Africa.
Not everybody. Not everybody. But we here.
Yeah, like Kofi is the actual first African American champion. Like, because he's legit African.
Yeah, most definitely.
But like as far as black people in America, that resonated so deep with us because this like how a lot of us feel in everyday life. And it kind of hits you hard. It's just like when he won it, they had the video of MVP and rest in peace Shad Basketball.
RP.
Like they
was tearing up.
yeah, it moved them to tears because you know what I'm saying. They felt it. We all felt it. You know what I'm saying. They, it was like one of the biggest emotional moments in wrestling period, and it resonated with us. I feel like that was like the most dope and one of the most important moments in like WWE history because they never been done before.
Especially with all the other social justice things that was going on in America around that time too. You know what I mean?
That's why I feel like it was so dope for him to do for that moment to happen when it did. And you know what I'm saying? And the movement of black representation hadn't been that strong until that point in time. Also, that year we also had Black Panther to come out, and that was like, it might have been a superhero movie, but it was like that black representation. You know what I'm saying?
That matter.
Yeah, it's like when the last time you seen a black man on camera being portrayed as the hero and the king simultaneously? Like,
Coming to America.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Jesus
Eddie
and
Murphy.
Dennis.
He was a king.
Wow.
He was the poster child. Like he came to America. He did everything he wanted to do, everything he couldn't. Had to work, had to do this, had to do that, but he was still a king. He still became like he was everything. The culture was represented in that movie. Everybody was basically like on in Black Panther represented correctly, and representation matters across the board. So like you said, when Kofi won the title, it was like, man, he hasn't been this like well rounded, well respected, like just
and the
period
only
his whole career.
downside to that though was how we lost it. But you remember how mad everybody was?
Everybody was mad.
Because
Everybody
he
was mad.
didn't lose.
Everybody
like
was mad.
he like they had his hard title run. He did not lose.
He didn't lose not
And
one.
people were like legit like, why is he not losing? I'm like, and
Right.
He's a champion, bro. It's like a video game because like as soon as he won a title, all his moves was amplified. Like he was doing everything. He was putting people out with these moves. He been using his whole career.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, when he did lose the title, I felt that's when I pulled back off WWE a little bit more too because I'm like, oh, here they go with the same old.
Oh shit.
They back to doing this again. Like it feels so refreshing when Kofi had the title because it's like it's something new. He coming out there, he doing new promos. Like it don't sound like he just out here spitting from a card. Like you can feel the emotions in the promos that was cut. And then bam, he lost the title the way he did. And it was a wrap after that. But then Bobby Lashley did what he did. So I don't think messing with WWE. Like for real.
it's like he just dominated.
Sacrificial lamb. Sorry, y'all.
He took the Miz, like I'm a Miz fan, but he took the Miz to the slaughterhouse, and it's like,
He did it for his people.
damn, this like the coolest shit. Like damn, like you ain't never.
You ain't never really seen nobody get beat down like that on
Like
WWE.
that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was hard to watch. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm
No, it
like,
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
it was funny. It was hard. It was funny. It was a lot of emotions going on. I tell you that. Cause like you said, like Kenny said, bro. I like the Miz. You know what I'm saying? The Miz, he became WWE champion when at a hard time for WWE. You know what I'm saying? John Cena wasn't. People was off John Cena. You know what I'm saying? Our favorite wrestlers was too old. You know what I'm saying? It was like Randy Orton. He was the champion, but then he was in hurt at the same time too. So it was like Miz became a champion. Then nobody expected. Then nobody really cared, but he held it down.
Yep.
No,
what I'm
when he won the title the first time, I was all over it because it was like, damn, they got him looking like the biggest piece of shit in the world. Everybody mad. I'm like, this is some epic ass heel work.
Man.
It's like the little girl in the crowd. She
Man as hell.
That moment of wrestling lasted so long, bro, because that little girl was pissed. And that's the type of emotion you want to bring in wrestling, you know what I'm saying? That's why I liked Miz when he was champion, because then nobody wanted him to be champion, but he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Miz and I'm awesome. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they kind of missed the mark on him too, because when he had their run on SmackDown, when he had the Mr. Raj and Maurice with him,
Oh, yeah.
he should have had the championship.
Yeah,
He had the Intercontinental title, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the Intercontinental.
I'm talking about him and Maurice when he should have been champion, but wasn't he the Intercontinental champion?
He was the Intercontinental champion,
Okay.
and you know, they jumped the main event.
Yeah, that was the main title at that moment, at that time period too, bro. Because I don't know who the WWE champion was. I can't even think who the WWE champion was right at that time.
It was Dean Ambrose, and then AJ won that joint.
While Miz was the Intercontinental champion?
Yeah.
Bet. I most definitely don't remember who the world champion was.
I remember it because I was exclusively watching SmackDown. I did not watch Raw. I was watching.
Hey, I watch SmackDown way more than Raw anyway. SmackDown always been a better show.
Because it's kind of hard to watch 3 hours of wrestling every damn week.
And that should be
Like-
boring.
Like, of course, it's gonna have its dead spots, but it's 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, I can't watch nothing for 3 hours.
Never mind.
What? Man, we finna wrap it up, man. We appreciate y'all pulling up to the inaugural show, Raps and Wrestling. Ain't nothing better than this podcast going on right now, if you feel me. We here every Monday for your enjoyment. It's your boy King Run. Y'all got something I want to say before we wrap up?
Hey, hey, hey! Smoke weed every day.
Somebody get that, man.
You do that for real. Yo, man. Make sure you guys tune in tonight for the AEW's Revolution. It's going to be a big one. Especially John Moxley, Kenny Omega, exploding barbed wire death match.
We will be back next week to talk about that. Peace.